Okay, so my name is Emily Cooperman, and I am Jewish, like to an extent, like by blood. And when December and April roll around for the high holidays like Hanukkah and Passover, but generally by like a lot of standards, I'm not as Jewish as I could be. And only recently has this started to make me feel a little bit bizarre, because for the first time, I have access to actual Jews, like real Jews that know the Jewish traditions and know the Jewish lore. So that's raised a sort of question of identity for me. What is it to be Jewish? Is my degree of Jewishness okay? Am I a terrible Jew? Should I feel like tons and tons of guilt? Or is it chill? So, the following is a series of interviews, short and sweet, I hope, with a couple of Jewish kids that I've met, them telling their stories, what being Jewish has been like for them, and sometimes when they felt too Jewish, or respectively, not Jewish enough. So enjoy!
I met this pretty attractive girl. She's from Louisiana, and we were talking for a while. Like 20 minutes into our conversation, she was like, "Oh, I'm a Baptist. What are you?" And I went, "Well, I'm Jewish." And she said, "Oh man, I'm so excited. I never met a real-life Jew before."
I was never like, "Oh yeah, Sukkot's coming up. Gotta prepare to fast and also build a bunch of huts."
You know, bar mitzvahs, all your relatives who you've never met come out of the woodwork, I guess. And they're like, "Oh, I remember you when you were a fucking sea monkey this big." And you're like, "Oh, fucking great."
Passover is with Elijah, right? We open the door. Okay, so at Passover...
Shame, Ima, not but shame. I'm just kidding, I love you, Mom and Dad.
Asked her, "Where are your horns? You're Jewish, where are your horns?" So that's a funny story about racism.
So literally all the name tags like on the walls, they all
like Goldenberg.
Yeah.
Spielgowitz. To imply that Jews hold positions of power in the film industry is racist.
To imply that Jews run the world is racist in general. Yeah.
We call them the New World Order.
It's like positive
it's
racism.
Just, yeah. Sure.
Jewish are each of you on a scale of 1 to 10?
Like a 2 or a 3.
Like a 6, 5.
Like religious, not that much. Culturally,
I thought
like socially.
I honestly just went by how easy it would be to tell I'm Jewish, which I think is like 2 or 3. I could be anything.
It's pretty easy to tell I'm Jewish.
So my dad's not a Zionist, but he's someone who firmly believes that Jews need to stick together and unite so as to prevent any like further damage to our people or our culture. So I've been trained actually since a young age to be able to find Jewish people in a crowd. He says for safety purposes, like if I'm ever in a new situation or I don't know anyone, I can look around and profile based on their facial features who's Jewish and who isn't, and then know to make friends with the Jewish kids first off, and then like move my way over to the Gentiles, I guess.
Did you read that thing on Reddit that's like Jesus really translates to like Joshua basically? Like everyone makes a big deal of the name Jesus, but he's really just like Josh.
No, that's funny though.
And like it's like
Joshua's a pretty Jew name.
Yeah, exactly. And he's like Jesus of Nazareth, but Nazareth was just like 2 towns over from like, so it's just like Josh from 2 towns over.
Oh.
It's a regular guy.
It's a regular guy.
I want to take Jesus back, you know?
You take him back? You mean like
get it? Yeah.
Bring him back to his roots?
He was a black Jew named Josh from 2 towns over.
What a normal ass motherfucker.
Genetically 100%, like a 10. Yes.
It's in your genes.
Yeah.
Being Jew.
They had a war over it.
It's like
fuck Nazis.
Fuck Nazis, dude.
I'm not a master race type of person. I don't like subscribe to that, but
Jews are the best.
Yes.
Yes.
What did you want us to talk about?
I remember when I was in 7th grade, and I was getting bar mitzvahed, and I was, a huge, but I'm a screenwriting major. I'm a huge cinephile, and I remember, you know, in like some old gangster movies, they used to wear like the gangsters used to wear like Borsalinos, like the exact same black hats that like yeshivish modern Orthodox people would wear. And I thought they were so freaking cool. And I told my mom I wanted to get a black hat, and she was like, I don't think you understand what that means if you get a black hat, which I guess at the time I didn't. So she said, you should talk to the rabbi about this if you really want one. And I was dead set on getting my Borsalino. I wanted that.
At my bar mitzvah, the videographer did interviews with like everybody there because he wanted to get a comprehensive view of my bar mitzvah, and so that was pretty cool. So when he asked my friend, who is not Jewish, he thought he was Jewish, but he asked my friend what the best part of being Jewish was, and my friend went, "It's the bagels," and I thought that was the most hysterical thing in the universe because I was 13 years old.
I have the worst buyer's remorse because it was like nailed into my head since the beginning of my life. And it's basically I buy like $2 worth of socks and I'm terrified that I'll never use them, so I go and return them, but I really need socks. It happens every day of every week of my life. So we call that the Woody Allen gene, and ever since I can remember, we've all been in therapy because of it.
Yeah. Sex between two people is a beautiful thing. Between five, it's terrific.
Is that your Woody Allen impression?
It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
But my legal middle name is Yitzchak. And I actually have my student ID here to prove it, if you want to. Is that good? All right, see that? Daniel Yitzchak. And I always wondered if my parents were going to translate my Hebrew name into the English version of it for my first name. Why the hell didn't they just make my middle name Isaac?
Okay, would you rather fuck a girl who right above or like right here had a swastika, like right on the inside of her legs, like right next to the vagine? Or would you rather fuck a Nazi that was a girl? Fuck a girl Nazi that didn't have any tattoos.
Wait, so you're saying that I'd rather fuck a girl who might not be a Nazi but has a swastika tattooed?
She's not a Nazi.
But she has a swastika tattoo. She's probably a Nazi.
Maybe she lost a bet.
Then I guess, can I ask her what that's all about before? I'd fuck her anyway. I'd fuck both of them.
You fucking Jew hater.
I'm just really horny, man.
You're supposed to have two different names, your Hebrew name and your English name. Unfortunately, my parents got lazy and they only gave me one name, and they wrote out the Hebrew version of my name as the Hebrew version of my name in English letters. So they just made up a name.
Well, she just lost a bet, so what's the big deal?
Maybe she lost a bet, and the bet was, are you not a Nazi? She just was
I'm not a Nazi. Oh, wait, I am. Let me get this fucking swastika tattoo on my inner thigh, right where Jewish guys' penises are next to.
Hi. Everyone we're happy to be Jewish? Yeah?
Yes.
Yay,
I love
okay.
being Jewish.
That's pretty good. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Hanukkah, 8 days of wonderful gifts.
Listen, I have my dreidel.
The miracle of Hanukkah.
Gimel, bitch.
The Rugrats Hanukkah special is probably the best holiday special in the world.
Like my uncles, like 3 of them were like training to become rabbis, and then all their kids are all Jewish, or they're the whole like we're Jewish but we don't practice thing, which is kind of like 80%, I would say, of Jews. Yeah.
It's a religion, but you cannot be religious and still be Jewish. But it's not a race technically, because anyone can become Jewish, and I feel like it's something that's not as exclusive as other religions. So it's this weird median that's like unlike any other people. I guess Judaism is a people, not a race or a religion, really. That's all I have to say.
So I guess at the end of the day, it comes down to I'm comfortable with who I am, and I'm glad that I have my Jewish heritage to fall back on. provides me with a depth of story and depth of culture that like maybe I wouldn't have had otherwise. And I'm okay with the fact that I'm not as Jewish as some people, and I'm much more Jewish than other people. And at the end of the day, I feel like all points of view and all traditions, whether really Jewish or not, they have value.
Fuck.
Or you can do the extra
Fuck
cool
yes, give
shit.
me
Give 'em all.
Oh, it's not.
Oh, that's so hard to do.
That's
No, it is on this
That's hardcore.
surface.
They don't say.
We're a fun group, as you can tell by our top